Let's see, that works. So yes, this is the replay from the race today. The race that did not go according to plan. Let's go here. Yeah, so this is the start of the race, which actually went to the plan for me. I hit the gas as soon as possible, and that was a good start. Because Andy Dixie, who was in the yellow McLaren, did not start as quickly, and Angel Polo in the blue McLaren have picked up the pace a little bit. Yeah, so first lap, the first section, section of corners, the S's did not go the best for me, so I went a little defensive on the fourth corner. Because I was also not sure what the Angel is going to do, so I didn't want to lose position early. Yeah, so first few corners were relatively good. Defensive drive. Actually, I think it was the first few laps that I was driving defensively. So it's not bad. They're braking later, but I was turning earlier. So here's when I was gaining on them a little bit. Now this was my mistake. At first, I couldn't figure out the line through that last corner. I don't know why, because I've done it multiple times. And then the end of last lap is going to be interesting. We were going 3 wide to the first corner, which is not usual. Ooh, oof. A little bit of argy-bargy. So it's good because I kept the slipstream from the McLaren. He went very wide there, and I was surprised how early he was braking. So that's what caused me to go this strange sort of line. So I defended against Andy. And at first I had difficulties catching up, or I had difficulties to get back in the rhythm to follow Angel. I was making mistakes in that last corner before getting to that long uphill, not straight, but flat out section, let's put it this way. So here, the second lap, I was feeling fairly secure that he was not close enough to outbrake me. So I used my regular braking point. But here, I was not good through the first section of corners. For whatever reason, I was slow through there, and I had to defend my position. So here's what I was sort of trying to notify them what is going to happen when I was taking sort of like a deeper line to let them know that I'm going to defend the corner. To many of the corners, I did not have the definitive braking point, and because of that, I was losing a lot of time because I was not hitting the apexes. I like this helicopter shot because you kind of have the perspective of the distances between the cars. But then when I got a little bit more space behind me, I started thinking, okay, let's pick up the pace and let's get the guy ahead of me. So that was a good part of the race for me. The part when I was in focus. I think that this lap or the next one is the fastest lap of the race, actually. Well, and this time I have taken the section of corners, the S's, Senna S's quite well. I caught the slipstream behind the first McLaren. I had problems with this corner too. I figured it out later on. Was unnecessarily long. Yes, so here is where I'm trying to catch up with Angel. And at this point, I'm not looking at all in my rearview mirror. It's just looking forward. Here I caught really good apex. Yeah, that's probably my fastest lap of the race because I had a slipstream all the way uphill here. Typical rFactor fashion. It has to cut. Thankfully, it's not in a race, but it's in a replay. First section of corners, I went to the inside. I think he had given up quite early. Maybe he was just hoping for getting a little bit more of a slipstream right here. And that's where he got it. I was defending quite hard. Didn't leave him any space. That was also clean. So I don't think there's could be any complaints. I think what really hurt me was when I hit the first back markers. I just lost like over a second there, and I started looking back into my rearview mirrors and started driving my mirrors instead of looking ahead, and that just put me in the pressure of Andy, and I didn't have I was not focused enough to respond to that pressure. That was another mistake. Had the exit onto that last full throttle. There was a fierce battle behind me. Okay, I don't remember what happened here. I think I must have defended because it was too close. Oh yeah, they all went wide. Oh, I did not know he was that close. There's some good battles right here. That's the corner I did not have control over. Yeah, I was earlier on throttle than Andy. That was a good shot demonstrating that. And I thought that's what I thought actually, if he misshifted or something, um, because he was very close and suddenly he got far, and then Angel started picking up speed on him. Yeah, and they started fighting against each other, and that gave me an advantage. So now there's a few laps of me running away from them. So I thought, okay, well, we might have this actually under control. It was like 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8 seconds. That was what my engineer was telling me. I thought, yeah, we're doing fine. We're moving away. Obviously, that doesn't seem like there's a lot, but obviously the pace in qualifying was telling that our pace, that we are very similar. I was just 70 one thousandths quicker than the guy behind me, Andy Dixie. So gaining 10th every second was actually a lot. Yeah, it took for a few laps until I got in behind the back markers. Yeah, again, this is not a dig at anyone. It just what happened, the unfortunate situation that I couldn't have predicted or avoided. Uh, it is what it is. Things happen, so no hard feelings. Yeah, but that's the moment where I was thinking, yeah, I'm running away from them. And more now, just look at the statistics. That's in results, but it was not the most consistent race, obviously, because of that mistake. Well, there it is. I had, ooh, and that was a big slide. That's me overdriving the car. Overdriving because I felt like I lost unnecessary uh, big amount of time by passing by the back markers. But I thought, yeah, I have gained enough. I can pick up my pace a little bit more and start doing this. I don't know, for whatever reason, after a few laps, I probably made a few mistakes because they hear it's again. It went up to like 0.6 of a second. I said, okay, he's no longer in a slipstream, and I should be safe. I don't remember actually what brought him in. If I made any mistake, oh, maybe I made a mistake at first corner. Let's see, was it that? Yeah, that was a mistake. It was obviously not a dramatic mistake, but lost 2 tenths there. And yeah, he got up. Hit some better braking points in a few places, like right here. But still, I was relatively good and ahead of him. I must have made another mistake or something. But I don't remember at this point. Yeah, that's a mistake going wider. Did you get me here? Definitely is close enough to be in my slipstream. Maybe the next lap. Yeah, I think it will be next one. That's relatively okay braking. But now here he is in my slipstream. I went really wide there. Ah, yes. That's where you got me. And yeah, at the beginning of the next lap, that's when I made a mistake. Now I was trying to keep in this in his slipstream because I know he was my pace. He was going in my pace, so I would have preferred to keep with him. But then I had a chance at the end of this fast section. And I went for it. He gave me space on the outside. And then I made a mistake. Glad I did not hurt his race. Yeah, let's look from this camera. Yeah, it was my mistake. I'm glad that he was able to go further. And I got Polly right behind me. And where he is behind you, he's not there for too long. And that's already where I have figured out this last corner. You can see that I'm taking it much faster than on previous laps. But it is what it is. You are responsible for your own mistakes, and I made a couple during this race. And he was patient enough. I did not help the guys ahead of me. But I was surprised how quickly Paulie gained the first position. Yeah, and it was just a matter of time before he passes me. And then he did. But here's a little bit of a good, clean, fast racing for y'all. I telegraphed that very early that I would take the inside line. I think he overshot the braking. I didn't see this, but now I do. He's on your right. Still there. Keep to the left. Yeah, and then he got me. I didn't have anything to respond to him. I was hoping that I could follow him through and gain something, but he ran away. And he did it very quickly. Then I should have gotten to the third place, but didn't manage. Because I made a couple mistakes like 10 minutes before the end of the race. So I was catching Angel. I was close on accomplishing the mission. I was thinking that maybe there's going to be one more lap. But then I saw 0-0 till the end of the race. I was like, lost it. So if you think about it, 4th place, I should be happy, but starting from P1, it's not a good result. In general, one mistake that if there was no car next to me, I probably would have saved it. But because I hit the car, I spun out and I lost a lot of time. So I would have been maybe 3rd. Because I wouldn't have been passed by Angel. And here it was 0-0, so I was like, lost it. I was hoping maybe I can turn it around, but I was too far. I was too far. And that's the line. That's the finish line. Finished P4, started P1. I enjoyed the race. Did not enjoy my mistakes, but they happen, so not the end of the world. Next week we're racing at Mosport, or Canada Motorsport Park, and we're doing that with the transition of weather from rain to dry. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Do you change tires or do you use your tires, the wet tires in the dry? What do you do? I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right, this was our victory lap. Just had fun. I hope you've enjoyed. I have. So I'll see you hopefully next time.